Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? Hopefully, everyone's having a great Friday. If you're watching this on Friday, if it's Saturday or Sunday, hopefully that those days are going good for you too. But sometimes you just feel like giving up and feeling defeated. And this is one of those times. I can't say that I'm not feeling it because I really am. I really am feeling it, especially after this week. This week was a terrible week. It's a terrible week for myself personally based off of the news coming from Afghanistan. I feel like giving up. I also feel defeated. This is one of the worst defeats that we've had in a long time when it comes to Afghanistan. And we have an incompetent leader. I was hoping he'll prove me wrong on that. And I'm also seeing things on the Twitter. This kind of leaves me wondering why do I do the things I do? Why? Why do I come home every day from work, pop up the OBS, and record a video, and not really getting a whole lot of views? But that's all right. It's I am only doing this just because I want to do it. It actually gives me purpose. It kind of gives me direction. It kind of gives me in a thought process and how to view the world and made me understand it a little bit more. So that's why on every Monday, hopefully every Monday, I'm going to try to remember when I get to work, I'm going to start a poll. That's right. Of course, OBS and Firefox on Linux is acting a little wonky, but that's all right. We're just going to power through it because I'm never going to give up. I may feel like I want to give up. I may feel I want to be defeated. But I'm going to power through. Anyways, I did a poll this Monday. Did it for about 4 days, 5 days. And a few hours ago it ended. And that poll was who was the worst president out of the four? Of course, we got the winner, which is Joe Biden at 74%. We have Donald Trump at 3.1%. He's actually gone up a little since I last looked at this poll. So I think it was roughly around 0.1 or even 1%, which means like maybe one or two people voted. But it looks like maybe 4 or 5 people voted for Donald Trump. Of course, coming in second place is Barack Obama. That's right, man. And then of course we have George Bush at 4.2. Of course, Barack Obama is at 1808. And of course, I wanted to read some of the comments. This person mentioned Wilson. And of course, Casperus, always the clown. That's right. Makes perfect sense. Played some serious mind games this one. Then of course, we have the Canyon. Of course, I responded with ha ha because it was pretty funny. Of course, Biden and Obama are on the same level. I kind of disagree. I want to have to disagree with you, man. I kind of have to disagree with you. And the reason why I have to disagree with you is Obama knew how to use the military. He dropped bombs like nobody's business. I mean, how many countries did he bomb? Libya, Syria. I think one more country, not including Iraq and Afghanistan. He knew how to use the military. He may have been a POS. He may have been a communist or trying to steer the country in that direction. But he was feared. They didn't call him a abomination for nothing. That's OBOMB nation. I mean, I don't think the world liked him. I think they kind of feared him because he was willy nilly with the drone strikes. I mean, he actually bombed American citizens fighting for the terrorists. I don't know how you people feel about that, but that strikes fear in our enemies. Of course, we had Trump, which actually was more targeting leaders, but that's all right. And for whatever reason, my dog wants to bark at the neighbor mowing their yard. But anyways, back to the topic of hand. Sometimes I feel like giving up. What am I doing this for? And I do it to give myself purpose. I make these videos to give myself purpose. I think someone asked me that question about a year ago, maybe a little bit less. Why do I make videos and not get views on it? And it is to give me purpose. It gives me something to do. And I upload them in case it helps someone else. Now, there's some videos out there that's a little more tutorial that I do. And those are usually the issues I come on while working on Linux on my home system. And I just felt that was kind of neat to share it. But of course, after this week, this was a rough week for America. There's no way to beat around the bush. This week was a terrible week. And unfortunately, our leaders are not helping the situation. Joe Biden's got to go. There's no way around it. I am willing to put up with a President Kamala Harris at this point. She cannot be any worse than a Joe Biden presidency. And I don't say that easily. No. I don't think she's going to make a really good president, to be truthfully honest with you. And she may even prove me wrong by being the worst president ever as soon as she gets sworn in. But I'm hoping she'll prove me wrong, just as Donald Trump proved me wrong. Hopefully she could prove me wrong and she'll be one of the best presidents this country's ever known. To the point where I'm willing to vote for her. I know that's a stretch. Don't get me wrong, it's a stretch. And she will have to be the best president ever in order for me to vote for her. But anyways, if you're feeling that you feel like you're giving up, if you're feeling defeated, you're not alone. But most important thing to do is when you feel this way, go to your happy space. If you don't have a happy space, find a happy space. Sometimes you gotta make a happy space. Sometimes you gotta pick up a pipe, pack it, and inhale deeply and exhale. Rinse and repeat until you're feeling numb. And that'll get to your happy place. Or maybe it's maybe it's a shot of whiskey. Or maybe it's a bottle of beer. Maybe it's not even drug related. Maybe you gotta build something. That's right. There's sometimes building something to occupy your mind and then feelings that you accomplished something when you're done. It doesn't matter if it's useful. It doesn't matter if it's perfect or beautiful. It could look like crap, but at least you made that crap. And you can feel accomplishments that you actually build something. Whether it's just putting two pieces of wood together and screwing it down, calling it a cross, you can say, I made that cross. And that's something to feel proud about. That is something to focus on, is the small victories. Because there will be small victories and there'll be big victories. There'll be small defeats and there'll be big defeats. This week was a series of little small defeats that ended in a big defeat. But we must continue marching on. As the old cadence that I used to say, the army goes marching on. Pick up your rifle and follow me. I'm pretty sure I'm slaughtering that, but hopefully you get the point. Just because you feel defeated, just because you feel like giving up, that's where you gotta dig deep into your soul, into your stomach. I'm actually clipping on the Focusrite, but that's alright. Hopefully it comes out clear. You gotta dig deep, and bring out that fighting spirit. Revive the fighting spirit, because tomorrow is another day. Tomorrow is another day to achieve greatness. It's another day that we could actually convert someone that voted for Biden to maybe question why they voted for Biden. And maybe during the next election, they won't vote for a Democrat. They may not vote for a Republican, but we can convince them to not vote for a Democrat, even if it's in a position that means nothing. Even if it's like the tax collector person or a city council member or I don't know, name name the most worthless position held by a candidate. Maybe we could switch that from a Democrat to a Libertarian or an Independent or a Republican. Just kind of give them that option. Let them know maybe they weren't exactly correct when they voted for Biden. And that's all we could ask for is the question, have them question their vote. Now, of course, I'm also seeing on Twitter that people want to attack voters. And yes, I do know I have a tweet out there saying if you voted for Joe Biden, you have blood on your hands. And I meant it at the time, but looking back to it, it was out of anger. It was out of frustration. I don't want to attack voters. You don't have blood on your hands if you voted for Biden. I know that's an unpopular opinion in certain realms. You voted for the person that you thought could lead this country, and the person had experience, not realizing he had no experience. He was just a freeloader in Congress. Yeah, he made a couple speeches here and there, became vice president, and took 4 years off and ran and beat Donald Trump, which was a real president. They were bamboozled. It's hard to say that they were really bamboozled, but they were bamboozled. The fault lies with the media covering up all of Biden's gaffes, not showing his mental state, not showing that he was an idiot. Just as long as they had no more mean tweets. And that's where I'm going to end this. No mean tweets. At least we have no mean tweets. But you know what? Damn it. I could go for some mean tweets right about now. Some really juicy, meanest of the meanest tweets right now. If it means that we actually had a president of the United States, which we currently don't. We have a husk of a person that may have been great at one point in time. He is way past his prime. It's a piece of steak that's been overcooked to where it's beef jerky. And not even a good beef jerky. It's that crappy beef jerky that you get really cheap. But anyways, I'm going to end this here. Leave a comment down below what your thoughts are. And smash the like and subscribe button. And if you think someone needs to hear this message, share it with them. They may appreciate it. They may appreciate being told, don't give up. Because this person's still going to fight. This person's still going to come every weekday, at least 4 days a week, sometimes 5 days a week. It depends on if I'm going camping, but I'm not going camping today, but that's pretty much what my schedule is. I'm going to try at least do 4 videos a week just to give myself purpose and focus on the small victories to lead up to the big victories and try not to worry so much about the defeats. With that being said, have yourself a wonderful day, morning, or evening. And God bless the United States of America.